Now, isn't this quite the shocker? I did not expect One Piece to be out this week, because supposedly last week it was a double issue of Shonen Jump, so there should not have been any One Piece this week, so I'm kind of confused. I'm really confused why a new One Piece chapter is out, but anyways, I like it, because I love One Piece. So, this chapter, it feels incredibly short. I mean, there's a lot going on, but it's actually a short chapter, only 16 pages, which, I mean, it's better than nothing, because, like, honestly, I did not expect a chapter this week, so I guess that is better than nothing, but it is kind of a short chapter, but there is a lot of different things going on in the chapter. For the most part, once again, Oda's finishing up all these different fights going on, and that's pretty much what this chapter is, pretty much settling a lot of different fights that's been ongoing for multiple chapters now, for 20 plus chapters. They're finally starting to get concluded. So, Hakuba makes an appearance once again at the end of this chapter. Like, he freaking just wrecks. He absolutely wrecks Dorinja. And, I mean, he just gets owned right at the end of this chapter. I'm like, dude. He falls. You see Hakuba just cut him down. Chapter pretty much ends. I'm like, oh my god. And, for the most part, I mean, we all knew Cavendish's, you know, split personalities extremely OP, but to see it come back in the middle of this fight, I did not expect to see Hakuba actually appear back again in this fight, or let alone in this arc, to actually fight, you know, Doffy's minions, pretty much. So that was a very interesting twist to the chapter, but the main thing that really made me kind of shocked about this chapter was finding out more about Dorinja in this chapter. For instance, he is a descendant of the fighting fish, and I'm like, what? Like, okay. Dorinja is literally the descendant of the fighting fishes, and I'm like, whoa, like, what the fuck? Like, that, I mean, the overall reveal in that, when you see his face change and all that, and he goes into, like, that fighting fish type look, like what we've seen in the anime and the manga, I'm like, so he's part fish, man. I'm like, So, that was unexpected. I honestly did not expect something like that from Dorinja actually having, you know, the fighting fish, but it kind of seems a little bit pointless since he technically got owned at the end of this chapter. Since he was technically wrecked, it felt like that reveal was really technically for nothing. But who knows? He might get back up next chapter and continue to fight. We have no idea. But I mean, if I think about it, it seems like it's kind of a waste to reveal that and finish him off this chapter. But anyways, Gladius. Gladius continues his fight also in this chapter, and I expected Gladius to be the one that actually fell in this chapter, but it was actually Dorinja that got completely wrecked in this chapter, and Gladius is still technically up and standing at the end of the chapter, but I'm willing to bet he's not going to last long. With Hakuba currently controlling Cavendish's body and, you know, wrecking everybody technically, yeah. I mean, definitely Gladius is not going to stand too long. Probably next chapter we're going to get to see him just hit the floor. Now, besides that, with the chapter, I guess the overall artwork, too, of the chapter was really nice. That's one thing I actually do want to point out. Even though this chapter is a really nice chapter, the overall artwork of the panels look pretty nice. I mean, it's not the best artwork of all time when it comes to One Piece, but I mean, the artwork looked pretty damn good for the chapter, and I did actually want to take a moment to compliment that. So, overall, a pretty basic and battle-orientated chapter. I mean, it's a lot of progression and stuff with different sections of the chapter. I mean, we get to see the conclusion of the fight with, you know, Sai from last chapter and, you know, the supposed marriage coming up with Baby 5. And then you have it with, you know, Gladius and then Barto and all that, the fight's updates. And one thing I actually want to mention is the wink, the fanboy mode of Barto. Oh my god, dude. I can never get enough of my fanboy, my boy Barto. When he just starts freaking fangasming, when he saw Robin wink at him, he's like, Robin! And oh my god, dude. It's just like, fuck yes. That is absolutely funny. I loved it, and it gave me a laugh. And so, I guess that's pretty much this chapter of One Piece. I mean, it's a very simple chapter. Tell me your thoughts. I mean, it's better than nothing. Honestly, it is. It was a damn good chapter. Tell me your thoughts in the comments below, how you felt about this week's chapter of One Piece. I love you all so much, and I guess I want to be heading to bed. Chibi out.